you don't know. So when I did the first problem, and I just filled out that table, found that SVM, Random Forest, and Boosted Tree all did really well, and they were all pretty similar. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to try and tune those as much as I could. And when I tried to tune them, I noticed that I couldn't really get one to perform significantly better than another one. So I decided to take different samples of like training and testing so that I could see if maybe it was just a bad split for Boosted Tree or something like that. And when I took different training testing samples, the SVM model actually got a little bit better, and the Boosted Tree were pretty much unchanged. So I ended up going with SVM for problem 1, and my validation AUC was 0.83, and I had an error rate of 0.22, and then I used gamma of 0.1 and a cost of 2. For problem 2, there's lots of collinearity, so I used PCs. I used, I think, 57, and it explained 90% of the variance. And it was really hard not to overfit because there was only like 66.
That was 167.
Not very many.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of training cases.
Yeah, so that's something that I had to keep in mind. So I tried the Boosted Tree and SVMs from above just because they performed well on data that was put into PCs. So the Boosted Tree, I got a misclassification rate on a validation set of 0.278 and an AUC of 0.76. The SVM performed a little bit better on misclassification rate, and the AUC was pretty much the same. I guess there's not very many records in there, so that could be like 1 or 2 cases that are off, so they're virtually the same. I used a gamma of 0.1, cost of 1, and then kernel I used a sigmoid. And then so at first I thought k-nearest neighbors would be a good idea because I figured that would help me not overfit quite as much. But since there were so many dimensions in the data, after I did it, I realized it wasn't a good idea because the nearest neighbors are so far away and there's so few of them that it ended up not predicting well at all. So that was just a mistake on my part.
Okay.